Commissioner is Mr. Bill Dozier.
I just wanted to let everybody know I'm excited about the future of Bay County, what we have coming before us. You know, 3 or 4 years ago, 4 years ago, back when I was running for county commissioner, one of the common themes that I heard when I was talking to people throughout the county was, we want somebody to be proactive. Well, I committed to that. I committed to being proactive, and this county commission has been proactive. I believe we've addressed so many of the issues that need to be addressed. We have not steered off from them, and that we're seeing them through. Being proactive is a big asset for this county commission, and it's something that we're going to continue to do. I just wanted to, there's so many different issues that we could go into, and we're only given just a couple minutes, so I just want to encourage everybody that if you have any questions for me, come by my tent. I want to give everybody my cell phone number. My number is 596-7503. I always encourage people to give me a call if they have any questions, and I'd be more than happy to talk to them about any issue. And also, I'd like to ask for your vote, and I certainly would appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bill. Then we have Mr. John Salick.
Thank you, Josie. For y'all that don't know me, I'm Vice Chairman of the Bay County Republican Executive Committee and President of the Bay County Republican Roundtable. And we'd sure encourage y'all to stop by and help us get through this year as far as volunteering and joining our organizations. I'm running for. Thank you very much. Great group of people here, by the way. I'm running for the Bay County Commission, District 3, against Bill Dozier, as you know. And I'm basically running because the commission is on the wrong track, and we need change this year to get the commission back on track. I'm a conservative Republican, and I mean that, a real conservative Republican. I think you'll find I'm the only Republican here that is signed right here on April 15th, as a matter of fact, the American for Taxpayers Reform, the tax pledge to not raise your taxes in the next 4 years. This commission has been on a spending spree for the last 4 years. In case you don't know it, the budget has increased 40% in 4 years. That is a spending spree. When Bill sits here and talks about proactive, he means you're out spending your money left and right. This cannot continue. We cannot afford this. Our prices are going up on everything, and we need to stop this. What you'll hear is, well, we cut the millage twice. Well, folks, that's the Washington mentality for taxes. How do you increase spending 40% and turn around and say we cut the millage? It's because the appraisals have been going up and up and up and up. They're getting more and more money, and they say, well, we're cutting your taxes, we're cutting the millage, but they keep spending more money. This is the wrong track. We need to stop this. There's another thing that they're moving to do is to get into the retail water business. What they won't tell you is the bill that it's going to cost to get into that retail water business. They've already spent $20 million recently to buy the water business from the Gulf Coast Electric Cooperative, and they're planning on expanding that as an enterprise fund. Folks, we're talking about spending hundreds of millions of dollars here to expand this system for the county to get into the retail water business. This is not the direction this county needs to go. This is the kind of business that private enterprise needs to be doing, not government. And you'll hear them say, well, this is the business government should be in. Folks, I got right here the Constitution. The Constitution does not say the government needs to be in the water business. It's supposed to be protecting your liberties, and that's what I'm about. When I say I'm a conservative Republican, this is where I start with. I start with this Constitution. When something comes in front of us, if it's not in this Constitution, it says this is a function of government, it's not going to happen. This is how we stop this government and get it back to the way it needs to be, the way our founding fathers envisioned this country to run. And I hope you'll vote for me in August, and I look forward to the campaign in the next few months. Thank you very much.
Okay, for County Commission District 5, we start with Mr. Jim Lawson.
Thank you so very much for being here today. I want to let you know that a lot of people have asked me why I have chosen to enter into this race. I've been a high school teacher for over 33 years, and every year when I had young men and women that I taught and that I coached, I told them that if you think you can make a difference in the football team or the band or whatever it might be, instead of complaining and griping and doing all the negative things, then you need to get involved. And that's where I am right now, where I am in my life right now. I am walking that walk. Two things that you need to know about me. I've been here since 1958. My dad moved here with his family. He's a Pearl Harbor survivor. We moved here. I've seen a lot of changes in Bay County, both positive and some that are not so positive. I also want to let you know that I am the hardest working person in Bay County, at least one of them, and I'm passionate about what I believe. And one of the things I want to let you know that I am passionate about is that we need change in the leadership in our county government. And we need so for a number of reasons. As a coach of many different sports, I always knew that you had to have a game plan. And there's three parts of a message I want to share with you today. And this is the first part. We need to make sure that we limit government. I think Dan Estes mentioned that earlier. We need to make sure that we limit government spending. Mr. Salak just mentioned that. He mentioned that the county budget has grown almost 40% in 4 years, and it's an accurate statement. What else is an accurate statement and has not been mentioned is that the county debt in 2004 was at $109 million, and today it's at $211. As a teacher, if I said divide the big one into the little one, you're going to find that it's about a 93% increase. That's 93% increase. We need to have changes in leadership in the way that we're going and what we do with the resources that we have. The last thing that's very personal to me is I want to ensure to you that you have a real voice, empower the voters and the men and women of Bay County with a real voice in county politics. I pledge to work hard for you. I pledge to do all the right things. I'm in the race for all the right reasons. And I want to make sure that you have a voice and you're represented. I need your support and your vote on August the 26th. That's Jim Lawson, Republican, County Commissioner, District 5. Thank you.
The next candidate is Mr. Mike Thomas.
My name is Mike Thomas, and about 3.5 years ago, I put in an application to go to work for you, and thank God you hired me. I appreciate it. It's been one of the most humbling experiences I've had to have the opportunity to serve the county I grew up in. And I think we've done a good job. We're speaking to the right group here today. All of you are working for somebody else. And you hear what your opponents, your person that you're working for, what their opponents say it. And you stand out there when they say it, you shake your head and say, that's just not right. It may sound right, but it's not accurate. And I believe if you had looked at the same information that I had looked at over the last 3.5 years, you'd have voted just like me. I think you enjoy Bay County. I think you love Bay County, and you're working hard for it. The facts are taxes have gone up. I don't assess your property. I have nothing to do with that. The millage rate has come down. It's called a trim notice. That's what the county commission can do, trim your notice. There are some problems with property tax now that still haven't been addressed in your state legislature. I'm sure all of you know that. There's not a person out here, though, that is paying homestead exemption that their taxes hadn't gone down. There are some money being spent on things. We have plenty of water, and we're putting sewer in around Deer Point Lake so we can continue to drink good water. We've had to build a new jail because the past commissions wouldn't fight and fix this one we've had. We're having to build a new library because the other one was built on somebody else's property and they want it back. There's a lot of things we are having to do, and I think we've done a damn good job of it. And I think when you go vote in August, I think you'll vote for me again because I've done you a good job and I'll continue to do it. Thank you.
Well, I'm Fred Walker. Folks, we're all Republicans here. We all believe in less government. We know that's what it's all about. And yet, our government in Bay County continues to grow. It grows and grows. And as it grows, it consumes more and more of our tax dollars and demands more and more tax dollars. We have to change that. You can't change it by just delaying spending. You can't change it by monkeying with the millage rates. You have to go back to the basics, fundamentals. You've got to control the spending. The spending is what drives the program. And we can do that. We can do that as a community. We can look at and go back and look at the real basis for our spending. And we can drive that down if we want to. And I ask for your support in being able to do that and provide the leadership and all to the county staff and the county management. You know, we looked at, if you read today's News Herald, county manager saying, hey, we've frozen spending, we're freezing and not hiring people, and we're deferring, or we're not going to buy some vehicles and all this year. But the county manager said, not a problem, you know, we can take it up and do it later. Which means we're going to pay the bill. You, I, and all the rest of the county, we're going to pay these bills that are being deferred. So this is not real savings. We have to change the way we're doing business. And that's what I intend to do. I intend to listen to your input. I intend to foster your input and make sure that I share what you send to me with our fellow commissioners. And as a team, the 5 people on that board, and I ask for your support to be one of those 5, we can change the direction and continue the future for this county in a way. This is a very desirable county. People are going to come here to live. We are going to have growth. We have the responsibility as your county managers and as your county leaders to structure that growth so it serves all of us over the long term. Again, in August, on the 26th, I need your vote in the primary to be our banner carrier for the Republican Party and to face the Democratic challenger in November. I ask for your vote and your support in this coming election. Thanks.